Hello, everyone, and good. I'm just going to start saying good time zone. It's less of a faff. Good time zone, everyone. I hope we're all doing well. For me, it's late evening slash night, so I'm going to go with that. I hope everyone's doing well this evening. Hello, Cosmic. Hello, Minipax, and hello, Robin, who I have not spoken to in a while. Um, I hope you're doing well, Robin. In fact, the three people who I've seen in chat, you're the only one I haven't spoken to in the past hour and a half. I was speaking to Cosmic and Minipex both earlier on Infinity Cove, which is where we are not today. We are returning once again to Subnautica, actually on schedule this time. It's apparently the only game that I can play on schedule and off, so there we go. Pretty much going to be same shit as yesterday. Gathering resources, crafting up stuff that I'm wanting to try and get myself equipped with before we start exploring further out. And in case you didn't pick up on it, yes, I did just swear because this stream is not family friendly. You are welcome to try and swear in chat, but if you don't have one of those mod swords, you're likely to get slapped by auto mod. I'm sorry, but I'm not changing those settings because if I change them, then I've got to remember to change them back for my next stream, and I guarantee you I will forget. So those settings are remaining unchanged, and you'll just have to be creative with your adult language. Or just lewd, as we discovered from Minipacks yesterday, which caught everyone off guard, I think. Well, almost everyone at least. I thought this was a good place to start with the Keep Calm poster. Considering how things went yesterday, uh, yeah, I could do to keep calm. Robin, you weren't here yesterday. I'm not sure how much you know about Subnautica, but we encountered one of the big nasties, and it may have killed us. But on the plus side, we have a fish tank. Yes, Robin, I know. I worked with you. I worked with you for many a year. I'm familiar with your potty mouth. Saying that like I don't have a potty mouth. I really do when I talk. A baby Nessie? Maybe? Which one? Oh, the stalker. Yes, I've got a baby Nessie. Now, if I go in here... Huh. These ones don't attack me. No, I'm trying to scan it. Inventory full. I wasn't aware I could pick them up, but okay. That could be interesting. But the gasopod's not attacking me, the crashfish isn't attacking me, and the stalker isn't attacking me. I'm fairly certain the cuttlefish and the spadefish are not aggressive. But yeah, we have learnt something. The aggressive ones aren't actually attacking me. That's very useful to know. Oh yeah, no, it is. That's why this game is the specific game for the After Dark streams, because it means I can swear freely when the Reaper Leviathans show up. It was sunlight when I loaded up the game. It was daytime, but by the time I've got off the starting soon screen, it's dark and it's very annoying. Right. I may have spent most of just before the stream getting a lot of water. Right, actually, focus right. What do we want to do? We want to do more crafting today, so that is what we're going to do. And I want to start with a rather key thing for getting off this planet, the Neptune launch platform. I've got the 2 titanium ingots. They're one of the hard things. I also need to get a computer chip and 1 more lead. So, computer chip is fairly easy. In fact, I'm not holding the stuff for it. I've got the gold. I've got 1 copper ore, computer chip. Okay. Hey, Lewas, hope you're doing alright. Lovely to see you lovely. And I'm really letting the British side down because I can't remember. I know a celebrity used to say that, and I am completely blanking on who used to say it. And I am very sorry, everyone, for the fact that I've forgotten. Okay, I have no copper or table coral. I guess we're going hunting. Well, I mean, that's a freebie. Come back. Come back. Okay, I need lead and I need copper. Easier if it wasn't nighttime. I have a torch. I am not holding the torch, though. There we go. Bruce Forsyth. Bruce Forsyth, thank you. Don't you sweet summer child me, Cosmic. I know who Bruce Forsyth is. His name, I blanked on his name for a second. Laying in bed with my CPAP mask on, just woke up from a nice... I don't know what a CPAP mask is, but okay. I mean, if you had a nice nap, I can't begrudge you a nice nap. Everyone needs a nice nap once in a while. It's always important to get a good nap in every now and then. I have no idea if the outcrops actually respawn, or if I've just been very lucky in where I've looked. And I really don't want to waste the... Actually, it's just occurred to me. I can waste the battery on this thing. I have a battery charger now. I have watched She-Hulk. Yes, Robin. That final episode... I don't... I'm going to start talking again. I'm trying to avoid too many spoilers because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's in the process of watching it in chat. But that final episode was just... weird. Even for She-Hulk, it was just weird. I don't have... That's a crash fish, not a... No. I don't know how to survive those things. Device to help with sleep apnea? Apologies, I'm butchering that word, but I think it's apnea. Oh, there it is. They're everywhere in this cave. I hate it. And there doesn't seem to be any actual resources in this cave. So I've just taken damage for no reason. Which, in case you can't tell by the tone of my voice, is very annoying. Oh, there's something. That's titanium. I didn't want titanium. Titanium's the thing I don't need right now. Anything? Yeah, we'll what the hell? Oh, it was a biter. Stupid fish. Sea glide fragment. I don't think we need that. We're a bit beyond the sea glide now.
30 seconds.
Oh, wow. I've actually got down to the last of my oxygen. I don't remember the last time that happened. When I was in the shallows area. I say shallows. Not particularly shallow. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure I'm going to surface. Wow. I nearly didn't surface in time. For those who haven't seen it yet, yes, I do have the Cyclops now. I'll be perfectly honest, I think that's primarily Robin. But I do have the Cyclops submarine, which I'm very happy about, and I may have gone very high-pitched voice, super excitable mode when I got it, because it is awesome. And I've already drained most of the power on it, and I have no regrets about doing so. I need lead as well. I have a funny feeling lead is only found in shale. No? found in sandstone. Ah. That's another one I've been having trouble with. Sandstone. Because I keep finding limestone. And I take it because it's resources. But I could really do with sandstone. Although I think you're going to find sandstone... Grabbing those. I had to. It's not every day that I get... yeah, I'm seeing them now. I'm actually seeing them when they... I don't want to have to come back here if I don't need to. No. I'm so used to the torch being number 2. Limestone. Sandstone? Sandstone. Gold! It's annoying. Sandstone. I'm very conscious that there are stalkers around. I don't particularly want to be got by them. Silver. Lead. There we go. Well, can't get any closer. Wonder if I can get a heat-proof suit. To get a bit close to those things. I don't have the sea glide on me, I did wonder. Let's, I'm not looking for silver, I was looking for a piece of lead. It's proving to be... because I'm doing a lot of crafting, I'm burning right through my resources and I'm swimming in the wrong direction. Whoa! And I nearly swam right over that vent thing. Which I probably don't want to do. That would probably end badly for me. Surface. I am gonna get myself killed today. Really am. Got ya. Oh. Apparently I can't find my own base. And I'm going to make a brief detour to the actual life pod. Because I've just seen my health and I don't like it. I'm hoping... Nope, not fabricator. Medical kit fabricator, there we go. Yeah, I still haven't chucked anything in that. Okay, my inventory is full of shit. Just... Hang on! Why do you want me to suffer this? Why do you guys want me to suffer? What have I ever done to you guys that you want me to suffer this much? Don't answer that. Come to think of it. Don't answer that. Right. What was I making? You tried to push me off first. So you earned the being shot off the tree. I didn't just randomly do it, you earned it. There we go. Cosmic, you are in no position to criticize me. No position. I don't actually know what I was... Ah, I remember. Let's go back down. I've got everything. How do I build it? Mobile vehicle bay, apparently. How about... I assume we're talking about Betrayal the game here.
Cannot build here. Must be constructed in deeper water.
I did push you off first, but I expected to get away with it scot-free. I mean, I'm fairly certain that I'm not the only one of this pair of you and me who has caused trouble in that game of all games. Now, if you want to talk D&D, I mean, I don't have any ground to stand on in that scenario. I could be a bit obnoxious. I will accept. Don't need that gold. Do need all of that. Oh yeah, Matt was far worse when it came to betrayal. Right, how do I pack this up? There we go. Deeper water. Right, how much deeper do you want? Will over here suffice? By the Cyclops? I'm going to assume that means... Oh no, I'm fine! The Dungeon Master's absolutely fine. The Dungeon Master probably suffers the least. I could just be... Obnoxious is probably the wrong word. It depended on my character. Like, one of them was absolutely fine. But one solved every single one of his problems by hitting everything. And the other didn't play well with others, because that's not a good way to play D&D. Apparently. Okay, that is actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. A lot bigger than I was expecting. It's almost as big as this. I suppose it is an escape rocket, isn't it? Come on, hurry up. This is the Neptune rocket, Neptune escape rocket launch platform. What? Oh, you stupid, stupid thing! You swam under it whilst it was being constructed. You stupid creature. Oh my god, that's actually really funny and also really annoying. Redwort. Barnacle. Copper. Right, hopefully it'll correct itself once the thing's out from underneath it. Right, let's get on board. Still a bit lopsided. The problem is, I don't think I've got a way to deconstruct it. No, I don't. Right, let's see. Neptune gantry, plastic ingot, copper wire lubricant. That's really cheap. Like, that's much cheaper than I was expecting. Oh, yeah, no, I did tend to... So, just a little bit of context. I played a Dragonborn Barbarian, and Robin played a Artificer Gnome. I think that was the Unearthed Arcana Artificer, rather than the recently released version. But, because Robin was a gnome and I was a Dragonborn Barbarian who had a ridiculously high strength score, I could pick Robin's character up and throw him. So that's what I did. It was surprisingly effective. Surprisingly effective. I wonder if I were to put the Cyclops underneath and rise up, if that would help. Course correction, because that's really frustrating and really quite disappointing. Right, let's see what we can do. Why are the lights on?
Captain, all systems online.
The lights are not supposed to be on. The lights should be off, because I have next to no power.
Engine powering up.
I need to surface. Ah, that's why I'm facing the wrong direction. This is probably going to end really badly, if I'm perfectly honest. But I do not care, because I want that thing level. And if I lose my Cyclops in the process, so be it. I will craft another one. I'm holding space. I should be going up. Apparently I'm now pointing down. Did that have any effect? I can't surface now. Probably still underneath the damn thing. Alright, just gonna hold space until I eventually pop up. Wrong button. There we go. That was ineffective. That did not work. Apparently the platform is too heavy for the Cyclops, but not so heavy that it damages the Cyclops. That's really frustrating though. That it doesn't like... Because it's supposed to be floating. So you would think it would be float. It would float. It would correct itself.
Engine powering down.
Yeah, but it's the fact that it placed it on top of something and then doesn't like allow it to alter. It just seems like an oversight, because I can't change this now. Oh well, maybe I'll be able to change it. Maybe it'll correct itself when there's nothing else to build on this. When I put something on it, it might change itself then. Pack that up. Right. I've moved the Cyclops further away, but I'll live with that. Just watching. Okay, it goes underneath. Right. Got the Neptune launch platform. That's done. Door.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right. I need to put that back out, don't I? Neptune gantry, that's the next thing, which I'll build in a bit. It might do. My only concern is it takes quite a while for Subnautica to load in and out. Well, load in. I'll tell you what, I'll do that on my break. I will exit the save on my break and see if that fixes things. Right. Let's see what else we want. Because I think some of the things we want aren't cheap. Seamoth depth module Mark II. So we need a plasteel ingot, 2 magnetite, and enamelled glass. Right. So we can get enamelled glass quite easily now. I can grab those bits. Glass. Enamelled glass. Then we need 2 magnetite, a plasteel ingot. 2 mag... I hate it when it does this. There we go. 2 magnetite. And then we also need plasteel ingot. That's the expensive thing. That's titanium ingot and 2 lithium. No lithium or titanium in there. You're up at 6. Oh, right, yeah, of course, you work in a cafe now. Yeah, no worries. See you, mate. Thank you for dropping by. Always lovely to catch up. and hopefully you are able to make it again soon. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 titanium. And a lithium. Ah. I've only got 1 lithium. And I only have 6 titanium. Okay. So I need to go and get another lithium. Right, which one's lithium in? Shale? Yeah, shale. That's annoying. Okay, food. I need food. Fishies! I'm gonna get you little fishies! There we go. Right. No. I didn't want that. End sim off. There we are. Ooh. Plus 66. That's not good. I didn't realise it was so broken. There we go. Actually, whilst we're down here, open storage. No. Right. I'm just going to quickly tab out, switch over, and I want to go to the mushroom forest because I haven't actually explored the mushroom forest very much. And the mushroom forest is to the west. Okay. We can do that. Wrong button. I'm doing so well! We could take the Cyclops, but I have very little power on it, and I don't particularly want it to die too far from home, so we're not taking it. Right, that's 10 titanium. So we just need shale now for lead, which is easier said than done. Sorry, I had to take my hand off the keyboard there so I could mute my microphone and have a drink. Don't want you guys suffering that noise. That's not shale. Oh. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Cosmic. Thank you for the support. Greatly appreciated. That is not power cell charger. Yes, that's the other thing I want to build as soon as possible. Power cell charger, as that's what the Cyclops uses instead of batteries. But I don't have the full blueprint yet. I've only got half of it. So I'm keeping an eye out for anywhere that might have it. Any wrecks that might have it. I think I've explored that wreck before the one we just passed, which is why I've ignored it. Shale. Shale is the sort of blackish one. Nope. Just keep going. Not sure what that is. It looks like it might just be environmental. You'd have thought shale would be on these cliffs. At least I would have thought shale would be found on these cliffs. They look like the sort of cliffs you'd see shale. I'm not seeing any though. Could just be being oblivious. What's that?
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
Thermal plant fragment. Okay, apparently I've already got the... Oh, thermal plant. Oh, crap. Crap. We're leaving. Oh, shit. Wasn't expecting that thing. Where are we? Because this isn't the... I think that's the dunes, not the mushroom forest. I think I'm too far south. Yeah, because those things are present in the mushroom forest. The ghost rays, I think they're called. There we go. An example of one of the... I think this is quartz. Right, yeah, it doesn't tell me if I'm in the sea moth. I have to get out. Right. This is another place I'd expect to see shale, but I'm not seeing any. Which is really, really annoying. I don't know if I'm just being blind. I could just be being blind. Wouldn't surprise me. Just gonna get out. And just make sure I definitely am not overlooking loads. No, I'm not. This is definitely not shale. It's definitely other stuff. Huh. I am a confusion right now. I am a great deal of confusion. What is that? Power transmitter. I think I've already got a power transmitter, and that is salt. Right. Continue the exploration. I have not been properly into this biome yet, so what I find in here is likely to be new and confusing and possibly dangerous. Are these fish meant to be green? Oh, they might be hoopfish. Oh, what's that? That looks new. No, it's not. Where's the... There it is. I've got a modification station already built. Oh, I was hoping there might be shale down here. Lithium! Shale! More lithium! Wait a second. Is that... I'm going to just go in the sea moth just as a precaution. That's... What the hell? Whoops. Keep doing that. But this is a Stargate. Air quotes on the Stargate. This is unexpected. It's inactive. And I don't see where I'm supposed to put a tablet to activate it. Hello? Activator point? Do you want to show yourself? Odd. Do I need to bring the... Maybe I need to bring a tablet down with me. Cuddleby Studio opens on the... Thank you. Yeah, I'd have spent quite some time puzzling over that. Otherwise, welcome on in, Cuddleby Studios. That is a really cool name. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you for that. I would have just spent ages staring at that thing, trying to figure out how to activate it. I'm going to request that you don't tell me where the other side is. I will figure that out in due course. But I appreciate the heads up. It's not what I wanted. I want lithium. Give me more lithium. And my inventory's full now. Wait, hold on. I've got a sea moth with me. Where did I park it? There. Right, I came out for lithium, so I should probably deposit that in there. Right, and we're going home. Yes, whoa, I don't want to take it that way. I may not be the best pilot yet. This seems like a bad idea. This cave is getting... Yeah, I nearly got stuck. Right. Okay, never get in a submarine piloted by me. That's all I'm getting from that moment. Thank you. I say it whenever new people come in, just because you do get those occasional people who think they're being helpful by telling you where stuff is, not because they don't think about the fact that you might want to discover it for yourself. I haven't been... when I finish my streams, I don't raid other Subnautica streamers, specifically so I don't spoil things for myself. Because I want to figure it out my own. I do use some like external notes. So I've got the map of the crater that I can pull up on my second screen, and I've got like certain materials like magnetite. I looked at which biomes I could find it in, but I still had to go and get it in things, and I had to actually do the work myself to find it once I got there. And the magnetite got me killed because I didn't notice the Reaper Leviathan. I don't like Reaper Leviathans. They're dangerous, which I suspect is the point.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But still. Access upgrades. Unequip that. And then need those. And then I need to switch to my repair device and fix it. Yeah, that's something like, if I'm struggling, I'll sometimes ask for like tips that are subtle, if that makes sense. But at the moment I'm managing. That's about all we can say. I'm managing. I haven't died yet. That's a lie, I have. I haven't given up yet. Let's go for that. I haven't given up yet. And then I think we need to go back. Though I will show you something that happened in a second, because you might be able to relate to this. I'm not sure if it's happened to you. I finally... How do I get the Mark II depth module? I've got everything for it, right? Yeah. Seamoth depth module Mark II. I've got everything for it. So how do I... Is it not in this? Seamoth depth module Mark 1. Modification station. Maybe it's that. Which is at the other end of my base. Why is it at the other end of my base? This room? Yes. There we go. Yes, I have. I've I have found that. I got there eventually. I mean, in fairness, this is the fabricator for the vehicle that's docked here. Like, it's not an unreasonable assumption. Crush depth now 500 meters, which is the same as the Cyclops, which is good. I don't have any water on me. It's in the other one. Go. And fishies, fishies, boomerang, boomerang fish, boomerang fish. Come on, come here. Where'd you go? Oh wait, hold on. There you are. And another one, because I'm apparently there. Right, it's over there. Just surface. Yeah, that's my Neptune launch platform. Because when it was constructed, it dropped down and landed on a reef-back Leviathan. So now it's sideways. So, yeah, that's a thing. Doesn't seem to be fixing itself. I tried to lift it up with my Cyclops, and that didn't work. So I'm going to try relogging on my break and see if that helps. But I'm not optimistic about it, if I'm honest. I don't expect it to. You just made another one. I'm not particularly. I'm still having to scavenge for resources as I want to craft things. So I'm trying to avoid remaking the big stuff. I don't want to make another Seamoth. I don't want to make another Prawn Suit. I don't want to make another Cyclops. I don't want to make another launch platform if I don't have to. Right, I got Mark 2 of the depth module. What's Mark 3? 3 rubies and another plasteel ingot. That's a lot of titanium. I've got the rubies. I've got the lithium. I've got the Mark 2 depth module. It is literally just the blanking on the words. It's just the titanium, which I can get in fairness. Mine's never fixed itself. I had to make a new one. Okay, that's honestly that's annoying to hear. Just because what can you like? It's if you can't fix it, you can't fix it. But it's frustrating. And Lewos with the free sub with Prime for 5 months. No matter what, no matter how long it is for people, it still shocks me. No matter what. I would like to get the Seamoth perimeter defense system. Polyaniline is still new to me, so perhaps not yet. And I still haven't found all the bits for the drill arm. Water filtration machine, that was something else I wanted. That will be down, not up. Water filtration machine. Water filtration machine. 3 titanium, copper wire, aerogel. That requires gel sacks. And it also had suggested to me plant pots. Which is just titanium. So that's not a problem. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I wanted to make another fabricator. Want table coral, which I think is in here, yes. Right, we need to go over to the Cyclops for this. Because I want to put this in the Cyclops. Which I really should have parked closer to home. Come on, nearly there. Here we go. Ah,
better captain on the planet. I'm not even screwing.
what did it say? 'Cause it didn't sound like it said, welcome aboard, Captain. Interior modules. I would like to get a medical kit fabricator as well. Because I feel like those things are useful. Is that attached to the... Why is it not attached to the wall? Let's try it here. That's more like it. Honestly. They're all out of charge, aren't they? Should probably check the other side and see what it's looking like. 58%. I could have sworn that was lower. Oh, it's got the efficiency thing, I think, now. Yeah, it's got the efficiency upgrade in it now. That's why it's got more power. Okay.
Engine powering up.
It really does help to turn on the engine. Gotta remember that. I'm gonna bring it closer to the hab. It's just gonna be easier. Apparently I wasn't actually that far away from it. I thought I was further away from it than that.
Engine powering down.
There we go. Floodlights off. There we go. Right then. Let's see. Those... I thought I'd taken those out. Let's go and put the other batteries that are low on power in. I still haven't redeployed that thing. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
They're all 100%. 100, 100, 100, 0. Just that one. Okay. Hey, Addy. How are you? Were you beginning to wonder why I hadn't actually replied to your message? I mean, I wouldn't have blamed you if that was why. Right, that's that plugged in. For some reason I thought there used to be more in there. Okay. Right then. What do I want to get done now? I mean, the thing is, in an ideal world, I want the power cell charger. But God knows where to look for it. Like... This is one of the annoying things about the blueprints. You have no idea where to look. So I think I'm going to go back to the mushrooms and see if I can find any actual wreckage there. And if I can't, then I'm just going to have to keep looking elsewhere until I find it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
I think it was sort of northwest. Once I've been somewhere, I'm going to try and avoid using the map if I can. It's not always going to be feasible, I know, but I would be surprised if this was it. Nope, that's the Sea Glide. I'm still going to scan it though, because that's going to give me titanium. And I also want the... Nope. That should be in 4. Stasis rifle, there we go. I knew just gaming until I wanted to pop in. Ah, no worries. Northwest, this way. And off we go. Really? Just sounds disgusting. I'll grab a couple of pieces. Then I can scan this to get a bit more. In we go. And back on track. Possibly. Oh, this is a deeper section. Not super deep though. Then the grassy area. Turn the lights off because it's brightened up again. Nothing. Something hit us. Now let's go and check this bit of wreckage, because there might be something in here. I don't think there is, but there might be. You never know. Right, that's metal salvage. There's nothing in there. Metal salvage. A door that isn't open.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Okay, there might be a visual glitch there. Battery charger, open supply crate, disinfected water, we'll have that. Yeah, there's definitely a visual glitch going on, so reloading might actually help in this scenario. Propulsion cannon I've already got. This goes nowhere. Did I bring the laser cutter with me? Yes, I did. So, how's everyone's weekends going? I know it's only Saturday, but I need something to talk about whilst I'm cutting this door open. And I was drawing a blank on a random conversation topic. There we go. You know, that red stays red for a very long... Just barge my way through then. Battery charger, got the battery charger. I want the other one. Battery charger. Battery charger. Why are there so many... Here's the thing though. It's all very well having all these battery charger fragments, but you only needed 2 to get the recipe. You didn't need all these. These just give you titanium. Which granted is helpful, but still. Like, why so many of the same thing when you only needed 2? Seems a little excessive.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm getting back in. Right. Is there another... It's interesting that the metal's still glowing as though it's still hot. I can't imagine it'd still be hot after all this time. Surely. I mean, I don't know much about spaceship wreckages under the ocean, so who knows? Maybe they do stay hot for a very long time. Yes, actually, I have. Okay, I think Twitch is being twitchy because Cosmic has lost both their mod and sub badge, and I don't know why they would have done unless Twitch had decided that today was the day to be twitchy. Whoops. I don't think there's anything in there. Nothing new anyway. Right. That looks like a bit of sea moth, which I'm piloting, so I definitely don't need. Can Twitch actually function without Cosmic as a mod? I can still see them. Oh, now I can. Well, I can see them now. Pax, you still have all your badges, yeah? I don't know what was going on there, because they're back now. It was literally just that one message. They disappeared. Ghost Ray. Which made me think it was the right place, but now I'm not so sure. This bit's unfamiliar. I'm not familiar with this. Let's try this direction. Ooh! I think this is the floating islands area, because that's a floating island. You know, we've never actually been particularly deep down here. Mainly because I have never been able to go particularly deep down. Okay. The lights don't do anything. $300. 400. Okay. I am not seeing anything worth our time down here. So what is the point in being able to come this low? Except this little box. Ah!
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Well, okay, we're leaving because I can't safely be down there without the shield. At an hour, thank you. Right, we're going to go all the way back up to the surface. I wasn't planning on going all the way back up to the surface, but I want to repair, and the higher up I am, the less likely I am to be harassed. Didn't realise I'd got to the floating islands area. There we go. Yeah. That was a mistake on my part. Now, how have we ended up there? Underwater islands. I must have gone in the wrong direction. So I want to go west. I haven't actually switched back to chat, so I can't see you. West, 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 west. West. Nope, this way. Just getting a sheer cliff. It's not very helpful. Right, I need to try and figure out how I'm going to do this. I think if I hit escape, then it pauses the... Really? Yeah, I think if I hit escape, it pauses the game, so I should be okay to do that. And then I will be alright to step away from the computer for a break. Leave me alone! I haven't done anything to you. Your friends, perhaps, but not specifically you. I just want to explore this. This bit's new. This bit's very new. I don't recognise any of that. Right, after the break, we're going to look at that. But after the break, because otherwise I will not stop. I'm familiar with the song, Cosmic. I am familiar with the song. I am not that young. I will also point out that I have parents. I have pretty much identical taste in music to my parents. Mostly thanks to the fact that I was raised exclusively on their kind of music. I pretty much wasn't allowed to listen to anything else. And there is some music that's more my generation that they've heard that they enjoy. So, anyway, now that that brief rant is over, I'm going to take a few minutes as a break. You should all do the same. Just top up your drink, stretch your back, stretch your legs, take a few minutes away from the screen. I try and do it once an hour just for my own health. It's not a good idea to stare at a computer screen or a mobile phone screen or any screen for an extended period of time. And a game like this, I have a tendency to hunch forward, so that does a number on my back. I have a chair that's designed to prevent that, and I just ignore that fact. Anyway, I could talk for hours, so I am going to go, and I will speak to you guys all in a few minutes. And we are back. Sort of. I'm leaving it on the Be Right Back screen for a second because I've just looked at Pretzel Rocks properly and realised there is currently a category called Yacht Rock. I hadn't seen this because I just default to chill. I just default to the chill station as standard. I default to the chill station by default. But Yacht Rock, that feels appropriate for what we're playing. So we're just going to see what Yacht Rock is. Hello, TARDIS Blue. Welcome on in. Lovely to see you in here again. I mean, we were talking like an hour and a half ago, but anyway. Hope you're doing well in the 90 minutes since we spoke to you and are getting super hyped for tomorrow evening. Right, Yacht Rock. What is Yacht Rock? Okay, this is not what I was expecting, but it's still nice. A lot of guitar. Music is not something I'm very good at analysing. I played a guitar for how many years? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I played guitar for 9 years. Yeah, it is quite mellow. This is nice. I'm just gonna wait for this song to play through and see what the next song is, because it could just be that this one is mellow and the rest aren't quite the same. Unfortunately, I think it's one of those stations that just unlocks every now and then. I don't think it's a permanent one. For those that don't know, Pretzel Rocks has like a couple of rotating stations. For those who don't have Pretzel Rocks Pro, which I do not. I always use Chill, which is a standard station that's always unlocked, so I don't need to pay for Pro. And I don't play enough variety of games to really merit other stations. This is a short one, it's already wrapping up, but let's see what the next one's like. This is, yeah, it's all quite mellow. I have accidentally opened something. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So I think, in the future, for as long as Yacht Rock is unlocked, which might not be until the next Subnautica stream, but if it is, I will play this from the next Subnautica stream, because I quite like this, and it feels appropriate to play Yacht Rock on an ocean-based game. I don't think it fits with Return of the Obra Dinn, but I think it's quite mellow for Subnautica, which is a nice contrast to the stress I sometimes endure whenever I'm around the stupid Reaper Leviathans. Anyway. Let's pause that and get everyone back in the game. And actually do the thing we came to do. Right.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters.
I'd
Oxygen
hoped
efficiency greatly decreased.
that thing's putting me on edge, because I don't know if that thing will actually go for me or if it's just a thing I need to keep my distance from. Right, let's see if we can. Ooh. What is that? Blood oil.
New blueprint acquired.
And I can scan this. Blood vine. Is there a reason? Not really. No. They're just two games that I happen to be quite interested in. Oh, that's why. Let's stick those in there. Yeah, they're just Subnautica and Return of the Obra Dinn are both games that I was interested in. The faght that they're ghostweed. The fact that they're Ghostweed, the fact that they're both ocean games, complete coincidence. And that gave me Ghostweed Seed. Ghostweed Seed. Deep Shroom. Let's take one of those. A few interesting things here. This is a completely new biome. Let's go a bit further into it, see what we can see. And if any Reaper Leviathans swim out at us, we're going to leave immediately. Ooh, it goes quite deep. I heard... Oh, it's one of those things. And whatever the hell this is. It's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. Go a bit further in. There's because there's so something. You referring to the games or me? That's one of those crab things. Not sure if they're the same ones I saw on the island, but they're similar. There's a lot of them. What is this? Is that copper? That's copper. It's just copper ore. Right, let's get back in because I'm below 400 meters now, so my oxygen's not going to last any time at all. And I'm going to immediately drink that water because I'm actually getting dehydrated in game. Is there anything else down here? Got to be careful because I'm getting very close to the 500 meter threshold.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Do you mind? Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything really in terms of new resources here, which is what I was looking for. But this is certainly somewhere just to keep in mind as a possible future location to explore. I'm still going to explore a bit further because I explored into a cave, but I haven't looked. That's a warper. A warper is that thing, the teleporting creatures, which I'm trying to avoid. And there's that. What is that? It appears to have noticed me. Whoa! What the fuck is that? I was so concerned with what was in front of me, I wasn't actually paying attention to what might be behind me. Oh, it's going for me, it's going for me, it's going for me! Surface, 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 surface. Okay, it doesn't seem to have pursued. Oh my god. That thing was terrifying. Okay, get this thing repaired quickly. I'm gonna have to go back down just so I can. Right, actually, no. What we're gonna do quickly, I'm just gonna pull up the map. Right, so this is probably the blood kelp zone. And so I probably don't want to go north because that's actually on the edge of the crater. So if I go north, I'm just going to hit the edge of the world. Cosmic's found a new emote. Also, I didn't realise you'd put a new one in. Right, let's go south because south is the direction we want. We're going to go back down a bit just so I can actually see terrain. I don't know what the hell that thing was. It looked like a Leviathan, but not a Reaper Leviathan. Something different. It's been there for a week and no one noticed. Has no one noticed or has no one needed it? That's the question, though. It could be a case of that we've noticed, people have noticed it, but not actually had a need for it yet. Right. Right, fairly certain this is the Dunes, which I know has a Reaper Leviathan in it, so I probably want at least one Reaper Leviathan, if not more. So probably want to avoid that. And go and explore the Mushroom Forest with these Ghost Rays. Ghost Leviathan, I wonder if that's what it's called. Just like, it looked a bit like this, like these things, but as a Leviathan rather than a ray. So I wonder if that's their name. Would sort of make sense. Whoops. Just want to try and get above the mushrooms and look down on them. I'm not seeing any wreckage, which is the main reason I came here. Only comment on usage and mentions such as 0 until just now. Fair enough. There's something, but I'm fairly certain that's part of the Cyclops. That is very intimidating. Just this black void is quite unnerving. It's a random piece of metal salvage. And a bit more over there. No wreckage, which is what I was hoping for. It's a pity. I am skirting the edge, so I might just be missing it because it's in the centre. Let's go in a bit. And it looks like the sun might be coming up, which is nice. Can turn off the lights. I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything new, at least. Got to be careful whilst I'm ascending here, in case I accidentally ascend into a mushroom. Because the mushrooms don't render in very well. Ooh, life pod. We'll have a look at that. I don't think I've... beacon manager. Life pod 3, 1917. I apparently have been here before.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, there's nothing in here, which suggests I've been here before. I think that noise was a reefback Leviathan. Hoping that's what it was. Get stuck in there, get right in the middle of it. What's the worst? Do you really want me to answer the question of what's the worst that could happen? Actually, no, you know the answer. You just want the worst to happen. Because you enjoy seeing me suffer. Not seeing anything else. Yeah, not seeing anything else. Right, I want to be careful because I know somewhere around here is a Reaper Leviathan and I don't want to mess with those. But I don't see it. That's what's putting me most on edge, the fact that I can't actually see it at the minute. Makes me apprehensive to go any further. There it is. And there's a warper. And annoyingly, there's a wreck. That Reaper Leviathan is patrolling near a wreck. I may have been spooked by just knocking into a fish. I don't see a way into that. Yeah, I don't see a way into that wreck. I just want to move away from the Reaper Leviathan. That's another one. Whoa! Oh dear lord. Oh, fuck. Trying to avoid one creature and nearly just piloting straight into another. Okay. I am not getting out. Not here. There's a warper. There's a Reaper Leviathan. Go this way. Okay. We found what is, in comparison, a relatively safe area. Comparatively speaking. That was actually kind of terrifying. Won't lie. Right. We know there's no Reaper Leviathans in this area. No. You guys really want to see me die, don't you? You just want to see me die. I don't know why. I don't know why you enjoy my suffering so much. That's a lie. I know exactly why you enjoy it. I'm kind of skirting the edges of biomes just to see what's there. But also have an easy way to escape. There's a warper around. Okay. This is...
Vital signs stabilizing.
What the hell? Oh wait, those things can teleport out?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. So they can teleport me.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased. Calorie intake recommended.
So they can teleport me. That's good to
Vital
know.
signs stabilizing. This ecological biome matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
Oh! Wonderful! Wonderful news. Thank you for telling me that. That's condition number 8, telling me that it matches these conditions. Right. Okay. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave now. I can handle sand sharks. Sand sharks are fine in comparison to those other fuckers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh God. I am really jumpy now. Really hoping to find more wrecks that might have the power cell charger, because that's what I want, the power cell charger. I haven't been able to find it. He's after me. Let's get away from him. Oh, I wonder if I've explored this. No open door. Uncut door.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have to head back soon just because I'm low on water. I think it teleported me. Because I was out the ship, so I think it teleported me based on the animation that played and the fact that I took damage. You know where the two parts of it are. Well, that's just tormenting me. That's just deliberately tormenting me, and it's just cruel. There's nothing in here. Why have the door when you can't... There's nothing on the other side of it. Let's try this one. Oh, the laser cutter is so slow! Come on. Open your fucking door! Battery charger, data box. Lightweight tank that I've already got. Battery charger. Modification station. There's nothing new and useful in here. Going away. Going in the wrong direction. Ooh, jelly shroom cave. I haven't been here for ages. I haven't bothered to be here because I haven't been able to go down this deep. Okay, so volcanic vents down here. Ooh. That made me jump. That made me jump. That shouldn't have made me jump. That's interesting. Because this looks like one of those platforms. Huh, interesting. That looked like one of the habitat platforms, but it can't have been one of the ships because it looked like it had been rusted, like it had been here a while. But unless the survivors from the Degassi came down here, but that seems somewhat unlikely. They're saying that.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
I'll absolutely have myself a first aid kit. Oi! Leave it alone. Oh dear! Oh dear lord, that damaged it a lot. The cell... I want... No, I don't want to access that. Oh god, I got in. I may have glitched it slightly. Okay, there was definitely something down here.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
Proposed gassy habitat. Interesting. I think I want to say I found it in the floating islands area, like the underwater floating islands. Right. So it looks like the Degasi survivors did come down here. That's interesting. I'm going towards that habitat, very conscious that I'm running out of water and I don't have any water on me. So this could be a very dangerous thing if they don't have any water in the habitat, and I'd be surprised if they do. Not sure how I feel about the effects on the screen. Okay, well there is a habitat here. There's also a way out, which we're going to take, and we're going to head back to base, and then we'll come back to this beacon at a later date. Base is that direction. Okay. So, Minipax is suggesting that it's back at those floating islands, which I'm not looking forward to returning to. I will be the first to admit. I thought that was a Reaper Leviathan in the kelp forest, but no, it's just a stalker. After all the other shit we've encountered, just a stalker. Seems, yeah, like a stalker seems fairly mild in comparison. Jeez. Wasn't suggesting anything, I just asking where I got it. Right. I mean, I guess that's as good as place as any to check, because normally they're all found in a similar sort of area. So I suppose it's not a bad place to check.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ooh, bit of a visual glitch there. No. Just do that. Then grab those. This way. Open storage. Grab all that out. And go and store all this. Highly acidic flesh, okay. Ghost weed seed. Love that name, Ghostweed Seed. There's something about this locker that doesn't like it loading. Is it because I'm not stood close enough? I'm going to see if I can plant this. I'm not sure where my underwater... Oh, it's around here. I don't know if I've got space in here for it. Use planter. No, that's not what I wanted to use. Planter. Use planter. Ghostweed. Okay, apparently that won't switch containers. Maybe it's an indoor plant? It doesn't strike me as an indoor plant. That's the multi-purpose room I want. There's the hatch. Hey, Svedi! Egg to you too, my friend. Might as well chuck all those in. Oh, cool. So why... Why can't I plant it? Is it because everything else is fully grown? Seems a bit odd. No, it's nothing to do with that, because I just planted another rogue cradle. And another writhing... I am very confused as to why it wasn't going in. I have no idea how long this thing takes. So I'm just going to have to leave that. I'm doing alright, Svedi. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We are currently undergoing some very confusing... No, not in there. Very confusing things, and we've had quite a few jump scares so far already. Open storage. And also you. I don't want to pack it up, I want to open it. There we go. Yes, please, mini packs, if you've got any suggestions. Right. Let's think. First things first, I need to eat something. Hang on, I had fish in my... No, I only need one. Grows exclusively in deep water where it's pale pigmentation. Oh. Well, don't I feel dumb now? Advanced materials, hydrochloric acid, benzene, synthetic fibres, aerogel, polyaniline. Oh. Oh, that could be... We like polyaniline. Right, first things first. Eat that. Okay. Right. Where did it get put? Not in this one. Nope, I can't turn around. This one. Uh, maybe it's because I'm inside. Maybe I can drop it if I go out. I must have already scanned it. Databank. Flora. Sea. Yeah, glows exclusively in deep waters. Exploitable? Deep shroom. Uh, okay. Can I grow it in this, or does it need to be... No, I can grow it in that. Excellent. And Dan going into month 2 of the 6-month gift sub from Cosmic, because Cosmic is too generous for their own good. Hello Dan, welcome on in. Not sure if Cosmic back yet. They were going to just grab a drink because we had a bad jump scare, and I think also they needed to top up their drink. Right. So Seamoth perimeter is now feasible. That's what we've learned. Oh no, Cosmic's back. Right, we're going to go back to the underwater islands. I don't want to go back there, to be perfectly honest with you, but we're going back. Enter Seamoth. And the underwater islands are directly north. Back, just had to go calm my heart rate down. No worries, Cosmic, I completely understand. It has been an interesting one. I tried to... Oh, for crying out, I keep accidentally knocking the E key. I was trying to have a drink without upsetting you guys' ear holes. Wait, what? Was that a warper? They're not this close to the shoals, are they? I hope they aren't. That's going to be an unfortunate change. Yes, Dan, you did miss all the jump scares. Be grateful. They were not pleasant. What is that? Mobile vehicle bay fragment. Sorry. Got a tickle in my throat. And I have a feeling that is the same. I'm going to check it. Mobile vehicle bay fragment. No, it didn't. It looked very not alright. Mainly after it attacked me. More mobile vehicle bay, and I'm guessing this is the same. Yes. Do you mind? I'm submarining here. That's a propulsion cannon. And this is the underwater islands. So I need to find an underwater island with a wreck on it. Which is easier said than done with all the predators around. Well, I couldn't think of the word. The submarine equivalent of walking. No wreck on that one. At least none that's rendered in. No wreck on this one. Or on this one. Leave me alone. I know there's wrecks around here. The eggs have indeed become fish. I can show them to you in a bit. Not just yet, though. Because, well, in case you hadn't noticed, I'm nowhere near my hab right now. I've turned myself around. Whoops. There's another biome after this. Unfortunately, we're about to enter it. Which I'd rather not do, because I know it's got Reaper Leviathans and things in it. But I can't find where the... I know there's wrecks in this biome. Because I've explored them before. Beacon... Okay. Okay. Right, this looks promising because I think I know what this is. Yep. It is. Hello, Alcorn. Welcome on in. I hope the twins' birthday party went well. Not Alcorn. Mini packs. Party wrangling. Okay, no worries. Mini packs. It's an adult content stream, so as lewd as you really feel is appropriate. You can set the limit here. I'm sure Cosmic will tell you off if they feel you're being too lewd. Right. Wreck.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Okay. Why do these doors close again? Okay. Office chair. Well, might as well.
New blueprint acquired.
Careful. I'm not seeing... Ooh, I like the sound of that.
New blueprint.
Prawn suit fragment. I don't know if this is just the standard prawn suit. Yes, it was. It's unfortunate. That's another prawn suit fragment, but just the standard prawn suit. Oxygen at 93. Data terminal, apparently I've already downloaded it. Propulsion cannon fragment. I've already got a propulsion cannon. Sealed.
30 seconds.
I think this takes me outside. Yes, it does. Oh dear, I'm not going to get there in time. Holy shit! I can't believe I made that, to be perfectly honest with you. In case the holy shit didn't give that away. Power cell charger fragment! Got it!
New blueprint acquired. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Ooh. No, that doesn't go anywhere. This is a maze of pipes, which is probably intentional. I'm glad I brought my propulsion cannon with me. And we're leaving. We're not hanging around, we're just going. If we have to come back later, we have to come back later. Rise, I guess? Rise, rise, rise? I don't know what the opposite of dive is in submarine vernacular. In the same place the previous part was, the underwater islands. Don't know why I didn't think to go there originally. Opposite is surface. Oh right, surface, surface. It doesn't have the same ring to it as dive, 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 does it? Surface, surface, surface.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But we've got the blueprint now. Power cell charger, advanced wiring kit, 2 rubies and 2 titanium. Okay. Right, let's just get rid of these icons. Yep. Advanced wiring kit. Wiring kit, 2 gold, a computer chip. Okay, let's do this. First things first, how many rubies did I need? Was it 2 or 3? Where was it? I've lost it. How have I lost it? There. 2. 1. Also need 3 gold. I'm gonna need 2 table coral samples. Silver. Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? After all that, I don't actually have the resources for it. Ah! Oh. Why? It's midnight here. So I'll probably be going for another half an hour. And saying that, yes, I'm aware I'm at 2 hours. I'm just going to push through. Oh. All that. Right. So, power cell charger requires an advanced wiring kit, 2 rubies and 2 titanium. Computer chip requires 2 table coral, 1 gold, 1 copper wire. Okay. Copper wire. Ah, that's why I don't have the table coral. Yes, Freddy does. And I did say I would go over here. Here we are. So I have, if I go in, a sand shark, a cuttlefish, a gasopod, a spadefish, and 2 crashfish, and a stalker. And apparently I can pick them all up, which I assume is because they are babies. I don't know if they grow up in here, though I can't imagine they do, because the sand sharks and stalkers and the gasopods are all quite big. But yeah, got quite a nice variety, and 2 crashfish. Although, did I scan them? Yes, I did. Wasn't sure if I had. So I guess I can chuck more eggs in there. I don't know how much I can chuck in there. Next up, I need a teleporty dude. A teleport. I think they're called warpers. I'm fairly certain that's their names. Right, table coral. There we go. I did not realise I could make a bigger tank. Yeah, Sveti, that is something I was unaware of. Can't make the wiring kit because I don't have enough silver. Data bank. Geological data. Sandstone. Okay. Sandstone. I normally find sandstone on the edge of, Come back, Peeper. Trying to remember where I find ruby. Ah. No, doesn't say. Yeah, I don't remember where I find rubies. Mesmer? Okay. Oh!
It is your primary directive to swim closer to
What the hell was that? My primary directive? Is that because I attacked the Mesmer? Right. Indigenous life forms. Fauna. Mesmer carnivore. Enables it to hypnotize its foes. The Mesmer can open the jaw-like recess in its protective outer shell in order to share its beauty. Do not resist. Assessment, draw closer. Interesting. Gonna have to surface before I go looking for the sandstone. Do I want to know, Sveti, is that in answer to the ruby question? Because if you are offering, then yes, because I know I've found rubies before, but I am completely blanking on where I can get them. Generally, if I found something before and I can't remember where I get it, then I would like to be told. Just because it's something I feel like the databank should contain. Like, if you've scanned something, you would think that you would log where it's found. Hoverfish. Come back.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meat with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Thank you for that advice, computer. Gold. Don't want gold. Oh, For the tank. In that case, no. I will find out how to get the tank eventually. I don't know how long it will take, but I'll get it eventually. Lead. Lead's useful, but it's not what I want. Nothing in here. Oh, that might be sandstone down there. Silver! Um, huh! That's helpful. I'm glad I read the crash fish data entry. Can I scan these things? Must have already scanned them. But they look like jellyfish, so I'm trying to keep my distance.
30 seconds.
Oh, shoot! Hadn't realised I was so low on oxygen. I was so concerned with I don't see the sea moth anywhere.
Oxygen.
Yeah. The sea moth is back at base. Apparently I didn't take it with me. No, I don't think I did. That's the thing. I feel like I found it somewhere else. I can't think. Like in a cave, but I can't think where. Now I've lost the cave I was exploring just now. It's down here. Yes, down here. A lot of crash fish in this area. Don't like it. Okay.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Volcanic vent. I saw a ruby. I can see a ruby. But I can't get any close because it's too hot. Okay. Yeah, tell me the other biomes it's found in, because I might recognise one of them. And if I recognise it, then I can go to it. That's just a gasopod. Don't need to worry about that. Blood kelp zone. Bone fields, caves, deep ground reef, deep sparse reef dunes.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Bone fields. That one's a new one. Deep ground reef, deep sparse reef. Where's the sparse? Oh, I think it's the sparse reef that I found it. Because that's next to the grassy plateaus and the blood kelp zone. So I think it's the sparse reef I found it in. There's still a couple of areas we haven't been to. We haven't been to this bulb zone. I'm gesturing, but you can't actually see it. We haven't been to the bulb zone. We haven't been to Crag Field. I don't think we've been to Grand Reef yet. And we haven't been to the Sea Treader's Path. Northwestern Mushroom Forest. Maybe it's the Mushroom Forest. Because I've been to that a few times. Right, I've got the silver now. And I also want to take that. Electronics wiring kit. Advanced wiring kit. Dump it all here because I do not want to take it with me. Get rid of all you. Yeah, I don't want to take any of you with me. It will just end badly for me. Oh, wait, no. 4 exchange power. 4 exchange power source. Access battery charger equip. There we go. Habitat builder's on 6%. Don't know why I insist on taking the habitat builder with me. I don't use it when I'm out and about. Right, that's all my water. Right. Let's try heading for the sparse reef, which is sort of southwest. We'll try there.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Okay. Let's see what we can find. And hopefully what we can find is some rubies. But I'll be honest, I'm not super optimistic about that right now. Right, this is the kelp field. Or kelp forest even, not kelp field. Thing is, there's no way to identify the biome you're in except by looking around and guessing. Which is the only frustrating thing. This, I know, is the grassy plateau. So we're on the right course, I think. Looking at the map, yeah. Kelp forest. Safe shallow is where we started, then kelp forest, then grassy plateau. Then in theory it should be the sparse reef next. In theory. So this could be the sparse reef. What on earth is glowing? Eye stalk. Take a sample. I really need to get that protection field in place. So the reason I'm down here is because I'm fairly certain I found it in a cave. Whoops, I found it in a cave before. So my mind goes back to cave. So this looks like... Ooh. We're quite near the surface, so the fact that it's got so dark is... It's probably getting dark on the surface. This looks like the sparse reef. That could be this. Though I'm very anxious to approach because I'm not seeing any dark shapes, which is actually making me more nervous than if I could. Because if I could see dark shapes, at least I'd know what to expect. So this is the sparse reef here, I think. I'm kind of apprehensive to go any close to this wreckage just because I'm waiting for a Reaper Leviathan to show up. Which is not an unreasonable concern, all things considered. Right, Reaper Leviathans don't tend to be in caves. Ruby! And I am fairly certain I need a gel sax for something.
Passing 200 meters.
Ooh,
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
I don't think I need a torpedo arm fragment. No, I don't. Ooh, that's of interest as well. Right, get back in here. So we got a new egg for Sveti. Got to headbed. No worries, Cosmic. You take care. Lovely to see you, and it was great to chat to you properly earlier. Because we don't actually get a chance to verbally talk, just two of us, very often. Something's coming up on the scanner, but I'm not sure what. Oh! The hell? The hell was that? It was bitey, whatever it was. Maybe that's what the scanner was detecting. But this is interesting. It's like a vent. I've got a few rubies. That's the blood zone. I don't particularly want to go in there. I wonder... yeah, I can get seeds from them. This thing has piqued my interest. But I don't know how to go any deeper. What are you? I wonder if you're a time capsule. Yeah, you are. Come on. Large filtered water. Ooh. First aid kit. And a reactor rod. Very nice. So there must be another cave system further down. Because that must go somewhere. It must. Right, where's that wreck there? Because I just want to take a quick look over it and see if I can see a prawn suit driller arm. That's torpedo arm. That's a data box. No, already got that. Ooh. No, that's torpedo arm. Power cell charger fragment. Oh, that's salt in the wound. That is very much salt in the wound. The torch is dead, so I don't know why I'm still holding it. I was really hoping there might be a drill arm here. Just looks like the torpedo. Oh, there's another bit of wreck over here. Not seeing the drill arm. Yeah, no, there's no drill arm. It's unfortunate. Did I go this way? Oh, there was no point, it's dead end. The base is that way. Did I check this bit of wreckage? Ooh. Now that's interesting. Laser cutter. Not sure if I'm going to have enough power to get through. Don't think I will. Don't think I've got enough batteries. Yeah, that's it. Open storage. Yeah, I've only got the one battery.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I've got 93% power though. I can always pull a battery out if need be.
Passing 200 meters.
Yeah, whatever.
Efficiency greatly decreased.
Cyclops fire suppression system, already got that. Propulsion there. I mean, I was able to get through, but there's nothing in here. Light stick fragment. Apparently I've already got the light stick. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Worth a look. Have I been in this cave? It could quite easily be the same cave. I just hit something. Really hard to tell if these are all the same cave system or not, especially from the sea moth. Actually, just generally, trying to think three-dimensionally is actually kind of weird. Because I'm having to take into account which direction I'm facing. Life pod 19. I know I've got a beacon for it. I don't know if I've been here. Apparently I have. Because this is the data pod that was with it. Right. Let's head back, because we've got the stuff we actually came for. I was just trying to be a bit greedy, to be honest. Which is probably not safe. And I also need to think about wrapping up soon, because it is 1 o'clock here, in the morning, not in the afternoon. Oh no, that's not the alien tech, that's just bioluminescent plants. But I think we need to keep this place in mind, just because that vent has made me curious. I really need to craft myself some beacons to bring with me. Once I've got this power cell charger, I can actually have the Cyclops be more well equipped for like long-term travel and things. The idea, I think, with the Cyclops, or at least the way I want to utilise it, is sort of like a mobile base. Hence why I installed a fabricator. For anyone wondering. But I don't particularly want to start using it until I can also have the drill arms on the prawn suit, because that I mostly want to use for resource collection. Just check my floodlights are off. Having that solar panel built into this thing's very useful. Because I've come back up to the safe shallows and it's immediately back at 100%. Just remembered what I said I would do on my break that I didn't actually do. That platform, I did not fix it. Or try to fix it at least.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right. Open locker. Titanium. Possibly a gold, I don't remember. Tab. And advanced wiring kit. Fabricator. No, not the fabricator. Power cell charger, there we go. The fact they can only take 2 is quite infuriating. I can put another one in there. I need to re-equip the torch. Okay. Bioreactor's looking good. Gel sac spores. Okay. But the main thing is now, if we head over to the Cyclops, we can pull the drained power cells out and charge them back up. And that's what I want.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All
What?
systems online.
Ladder's on the other side of the bulkhead. That one's still got power in it. Unload. 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 Okay. I know there's somewhere that you can actually... Cyclops sonar, Cyclops shield generator, engine efficiency module, we've got that. Depth module, fire suppression system, crystalline sulfur, don't know how to get that yet. And the decoy tube upgrade, which I can actually craft. Right. There we go. Right, I want... Oh, it actually shakes. I suppose that makes sense. Right, the other thing I wanted to do was see if I could plant these gel sacks. Use planter. I can! Excellent. And hopefully this deep stream will grow. Right, I know I wanted the gel sacks for something, I just don't remember what it was. I knew I'd... Ah! It's aerogel! That's what I need it for, aerogel! Knew I needed it for something. Still haven't seen kyanite, but we'll get to that later. And then we've also got... Where is it? Still not got the Seamoth, the prawn suit drill arm, which is unfortunate. We could get the grappling arm. And once we've got some more of those deep shrooms, we can get some polyaniline and get that wiring kit, which gives me the perimeter defense system. It's a shame we can't upgrade the Cyclops to hold 2 vehicles. That would be really helpful. Oh well, you can't have everything. Note that now that these are all in it, the power level is actually dropping quite fast. Might need to build a new...
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. No, wait. Don't need to go out. There we go.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Right then. I think that is going to do it for today, because I'm getting quite tired. And it's very late. Right. Thank you all for coming. It has been... There's been some ups and some downs, some frustrations, some scares, and some cheerful moments, and we ended it on a high note, and I'm glad when I get to end a stream on a high note. It always leaves me feeling with a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth if I end up leaving a stream dejected. It doesn't happen often, but I think it has happened, and I still remember that fucking desert stream. For those who weren't here, it was in my Minecraft single-player world. We were trying to find a desert. We spent 3 hours effectively going in the wrong fucking direction. And it was incredibly disheartening and draining for me. So I'm glad that we're able to end it on a good note. Whilst I'm here, I will just remember to save the game. And also bring the menu back up so my stats don't go down. But yes. Wish I had a robot label and tell me I need a drink. To be perfectly honest, I could do with it in real life as well as in game. Anyway, I'm rambling, as I am to do. Thank you all for coming. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Hunter555. That's where I put out when I'm going live. You can also find out when I've gone live on the Find Out in Discord server that I share with Elkhorn and Minipax, 2 of my wonderful mods and fellow streamers. And trying to remember what else is there. Oh, you can get Subnautica on Steam or Epic. I believe it's also available on Nintendo Switch and probably other consoles. Don't quote me on that. I can only provide the Steam store and Epic Games Store links in the command. I will try and find out. I will try and remember to find out if it's available anywhere else. Last Saturday, I announced my new stream schedule, which meant streams on Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and every other Sunday. And I stuck to the Saturday stream, which was the After Dark Subnautica. Then we cancelled the Sunday silliness on Infinity Cove, and then I was in Folkestone, which for those that don't know is on the British coast, on Monday night. I took my sister so she could do a trial day at a zoo near there. I did stick to the Wednesday stream, and I have stuck to this Saturday stream. However, once again, I will not be streaming tomorrow or on Monday. Tomorrow is the Doctor Who a Doctor Who episode. It's the BBC's centenary this month, in fact this week. I just kept reducing the timescale there. It's this week. I think it was earlier this week, but there's a Doctor Who special because of it. For those that don't know, I am a massive Doctor Who nerd. Absolutely love the show. I've grown up watching it. So it's quite important for me to see it. Well, it's not important for me to see it, but I'm very eager to see it. And yes, I am eager enough to skip out on Sunday silliness to get to watch it. There is no Doctor Who command. And if there was, it would probably be Bang DW or Bang Whovian. I'm sorry, Minipax. Minipax is also a big Doctor Who nerd, as is Cosmic, who was of course here earlier, and TARDIS Blue. I think that's implied in the name, but for those that don't know, TARDIS is something in Doctor Who. If you don't know what a TARDIS is, I'm disappointed. That, Addy, would get a bit too confusing with the Who is command. Yeah, Cosmic, one of my lovely mods, they also stream, as does Minipax, who isn't going to do their own command. There we go. My caps lock was apparently on. So I'm going to shout at Nightbot to bring up the Minipax command. And then... Is it dimensions? Because I've heard it said dimensions and dimension within the show. We can talk about that after. And on Monday, I've got Addy staying over. Addy is my partner, for those that don't know. There is no hunter command, Addy. There is no hunter command. Anyway, they're staying over for a few days, so I am preemptively cancelling the Monday stream because I know I won't be doing that. And I likely will be cancelling the Wednesday stream as well, or pushing it back to Thursday or Friday. Not sure yet. That will have to wait and see. I believe that's everything. Right. I would ideally like to raid someone. I'm very conscious that I wouldn't be raiding into Subnautica. I have one person, but it is Griffin, who's a member of the Halcyon Heights server, and we like the Halcyon Heights folks. They're lovely people, so I'm going to send you over to Griffin Prime. Raid message is #HunterRaid Howling at the Moon. It has been lovely to have you all here. So I'm going to send you over to Griffin Prime so you can be wonderful there. Yep, be wonderful, be friendly, be amazing, be kind, and I will see you guys at some point. I'm not sure when yet. I don't even know if it'll be in my stream or someone else's. But if you keep an eye on Twitter and the Discord, I will make sure to post out when I know exactly when the next stream is going to be and what it is going to be. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, I will see you guys soon.